Okay, the time is now 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this regular meeting for the Economic Development Commission to order for today, September 18th. We will start with roll call. I'm very happy to say we have full attendance tonight. Wonderful. So we will start down here. If you just say your name for the record.
Jamie Hart, Carrie Tatro, Denise Roger,
Tom Singlitz.
Jim Gagnon.
Shannon Fagan.
Fred Harmon. All right. Thanks to all for making it tonight. Next item, approval of the meeting minutes from August 27th, 2025. Any questions or comments on the minutes?
I'll make a motion. They look pretty good. I'll make a motion to approve them.
Okay, motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right. Next, D, public participation. Art, you got anything? No? All right, moving on to reports.
So right now, applications for grants are kind of closed. We're going to wait for the next cycle. Current pending applications is the Community Investment Fund, round 7, for WPCA, that's for the facilities plan. I'm hoping we find out by October 1st. That's just based off prior rounds of the timeline for how long it took to figure out. Community Connectivity Grant, that would be the sidewalks from Shepherd Hill down to Oregon, hopefully getting down to Oregon Mills. That feds on funding. They did apply for $800,000. We probably won't hear from that one until January. DEC Brownfields Grant we just submitted last week or the week before. That one was for $6 million for Intro, which would make up the budget to do the remediation, abatement, and demolition of the property, which is great because we already have the $8 million secured from SIF round 6. Some current projects that we're going on. Lions Park is still continuing from our 2022 STEEP grant that we have. We are out to bid right now for park benches and park tables. That way we can get rid of all the wooden ones that constantly break and splinters, not fun. So we're getting the metal ones that have the rubber coating on them. We're looking for 12 benches, 10 all that would be 6 feet benches, 10 6-foot tables, and then 2 8-foot handicap accessible tables. That kind of replaces what we currently have for all of that, plus additional. Our goal is to do benches all around the park, so that way any of our senior citizens or people who struggle with mobility can walk the track, sit, walk, sit. That will help out because there's really no benches when you get to the second half of that park.
Now, Shannon, what about lighting? Wasn't there mention I wanted to
Yep,
talk about
so we
lighting?
are hopefully going out to bid for lighting soon. We did a photometric plan, which will tell us how much light, because we don't want to do too much light or impact all of our neighbors. So the current light plan will be, it'll cover the track and a little bit behind it. It won't impact any housing. We just have to go out to bid for it. They'll kind of match the style of the ones in the parking lot right by the train tracks off Railroad Ave. That's kind of the style of lighting that will go around the park. I think it's 4 to 16 light posts. But those will be going out to bid hopefully within the next week or so. Because we have to spend the money by the beginning of November. And then if we have funds remaining from the benches and the lights, we are looking to replace the gazebo that's currently out there, just because it gets vandalized all the time. People have set fire to it, just the top of it. So luckily nothing's caught on fire. They'll write profanity all over it. So we're just looking to, and then they'll break the railings off of it too. So we're trying to just find other solutions to that, and then we'll work with the Lions Club to kind of get, because they're the ones who donated it, so then we want to work with them to pick a replacement for it, keep their plaque and everything. We have the Rotary Park mural. That one is in Moose at Rotary Park. You've driven by it. That blank wall. We're looking to do a mural. We're partnered with Rise Up. They're a nonprofit that does murals all around the state. We are kind of thinking like postcard style, so it's like greetings from, or like welcome to Moose Up with the bubble letters and have different figures inside the Moose Up. We're working on contacting our artist right now, and that artist will design. We send all historic photos to them, current photos, so they can kind of see what we want to put in. The committee will have a final approval of what they would like to see. We have raised $6,750 right now, which is great. We get $13,000 before we go to community match fund. Once we go to community match fund, we have to fundraise $6,000, they'll match $6,000 back. The total project will be $25,000. Yes, we're up to 6,750 currently.
6,750?
We have to get 13,000. Once we reach the 13,000, we'll be entering into the community match fund program. And then we just have to fundraise 6,000 and they'll match that 6,000. So our sponsors so far have been Uline for 1,000, Breeze Line for 5,000, the Plainfield Rotary Club for 250, and then Walgreens for 500.
How much for Breeze Line?
5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thought that was wrong. I was like, that's
No.
a massive chunk.
I had to reread that email multiple times.
For,
confirmed.
community
Yeah.
match for the mural?
Yeah, so it's the community
Wow.
match fund, so that one is through Sustainable
What is
CT.
the Breeze Line?
Reason, I don't know.
That's amazing.
You
Yeah,
want to keep customers.
yeah, the rec director,
That's
everyone
good
excited about things
advertisement.
assigned
Yeah.
to them, who they reached out to. She reached out to Breezeline, and then they came back and
What was it? The Uline was 1,000?
Yeah.
Breeze Line 5?
Plainfield Rotary was 250,
Okay.
and then Walgreens was 500.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. So we're still reaching out to people, some businesses that would like to sponsor it, just let us know, we'll reach out to them.
What is sponsorship benefit?
There's a whole packet.
Oh, okay.
I-
That's just a logo on the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's like, it's
Ad-
like you could do,
advertising.
our top sponsors can get like a art tour through Hartford of all the murals there. They can get like a private viewing of the mural, look at their logo on websites, on a plaque.
Can you eventually forward that to the members?
Yeah.
That packet of information, because we do ask that, like you were just saying, if you know of any business or individual pledges, I've been working with businesses in the Plainfield Business Association and the Northeastern Connecticut Chamber of Commerce, just people who I network with, people I talk with who represent their business, like even if they can do $250, $500, you know, that's maybe not necessarily $5,000, but still, something is better than nothing, and we just want to keep working our way up to that goal. So I'm going to continue with the Business Association, getting individual companies and individual sponsors, so if we all could maybe, Ben can do the same, and then we would use that packet, you know, as refer point of information.
Yeah, so I can send that over to everyone. The last current project we have going on is Cape County Open Space. We are under contract with Barton and Logan guys. I can never say that. They are doing the conceptual designs. We should have a meeting with them the next couple of weeks to kind of show the status of it, but once we have that conceptual, then we'll go out to actual engineering from there. As far as businesses, Amazon is hoping to be open before the Christmas season, so hopefully they are continuing with that. I think Uline will be for next year, they're on schedule, so.
We also are getting close to seeing revival in Central Village at the breakfast diner. It used to be called Danny's Depot down there. I've been following their group on Facebook. They've been posting up. They've been putting a lot of work into reviving that place as a breakfast diner. I think that would be great. So when that time comes, obviously, I would hope that they have.
Yeah, we'll do a
some
ribbon
type of
cutting, she's
grand opening.
in this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done a beautiful job on the side. I want to get a tour of it before we
It's
do
a
the
good
ribbon cutting.
location. What, did somebody buy it, or are they just opening a restaurant there?
I don't know if she bought it, but she's opening up a whole diner there and
Yeah.
completely redid the interior.
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Danny, well,
It was Danny's Depot.
It was
Different
Danny's
name?
Central
Depot.
something diner.
Rail, it's a
Rail,
rail
yeah.
side diner.
Yeah,
you know
something like
that?
that.
Yeah.
They have a Facebook group, so I would recommend if you have Facebook, look it up and follow them for updates, because eventually they're going to post on there when they're.
What's the proper name?
Mm.
Danny's Railside what?
I think it was.
That would be old.
Diner, but it's older.
So Central Station, that's it, Central Station Diner.
Central Station?
Yeah.
Diner?
Central Station Diner, so if you look that up on Facebook, they have 260 followers so far. And it says coming soon.
That was very nice.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, are we reaching out to these people for when they open, that they actually get promoted through EDC?
Yeah,
you said
every
you-
time
yeah,
they do
yeah,
a
yeah,
use and
yeah.
compliance form,
Oh,
I reach out to them to schedule the ribbon cutting. So I just work with planning and zoning, so the second they fill that out, our zoning enforcement officer brings it to my office and I reach out to them.
yeah, it looks like about a month or two, depending on the pictures. But
Yeah, no, that'd be great if maybe at our October and November meeting, we have an idea, and we can see.
Yeah.
who we're gonna
And then
attend.
we'll get breakfast.
Yeah, love to.
All right, and then that's all I have for report. So if anyone has any questions, let me know.
Yeah, I see they pulled up the old tile and they put in
Mhm.
new, looks like modern, yeah, this looks modern, a modern hybrid combination of old and new.
All right, moving on from reports to old business. We just had our Celebrate Plainfield Day. It was a beautiful day this past Saturday. Pretty good turnout, and I was glad to see Shannon was there at the table representing economic development. I was helping with PBA, making sure vendors were getting on the map to where they had to be and getting set up, and it went pretty smooth as far as the check-in process. A lot of great organizations that were there, and I was very happy to see both of our recipients there too. So we presented the Business of the Year, Organization of the Year. That was great. So we will do that again. We're going to keep it going that way as far as the presentation every year. Celebrate Plainfield Day. The only thing that we're maybe looking to change is we did get some criticism this year about it being on the same day as Sterling Day and most of Yard Sale Day. I mean, it's truth is it's hard to find a day that you don't conflict with something else. But what we may look at is like this coming weekend, so around the 21st, 19th, 21st, somewhere around there, whatever date that falls next year. We may try to put it to that third Saturday and see if there's less
That's a
conflict.
good idea. It's usually, the weather's pretty good too.
Yeah, weather's still usually good at this time of year.
September.
We're not going to try to do it during Labor Day weekend, and then there's other conflicts, that come up. So we'll consider that, but we're going to keep it in September because that's been getting great reviews as far as people love that it's not 95-degree, humidity out during the event. So we may change that a bit, but otherwise, great event. So we will do the presentation, and we'll probably keep for 2026. We'll keep the timeline around the same. So it was around like when February, March, I think is when we finalized the forms and we started promoting it.
Yeah, we closed it August.
And we closed in August, so we'll
How
do
many,
that.
finishes did you get? I'm sorry.
I think it was like 20.
20 something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
What we got to do is we do have to up our game a little bit with making them realize that there's a separate one for organization because it's new. So we're going to, continue to promote both. But if you are affiliated with any organizations, either as a member or you just know somebody who's affiliated with, if you could maybe talk to them between now and next year and be like, hey, I know this organization's been in the community a long time. If you consider recognizing, you just got to fill out one of these forms, submit it. So. I know some have recommended PBA, so maybe PBA will get a nomination at some point. They're an organization that's been around a long time, and many others. So great event. Any comments from any of the members?
It was nice to see the picture.
Yeah, you had something else going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, busy.
No, I'm starting stuff.
Yeah. All right, so that's it on old business. We celebrate Plainfield Day. Moving on, new business. We do have the Fall Festival coming up. We talked about that at the last meeting. That is Saturday, October 25th, from 1 to 4 p.m. I like the idea of us having a setup there, as we did in the past. I checked my schedule. I should be available that day, so
What day is it?
It's October
October
25th.
25th. Yeah,
Are we gonna dress up in costumes?
good.
You want it?
It's a Fall Festival.
But we are registered to be there for
Yeah.
the Fall Festival.
Good.
Okay, table. Are you
Yeah.
doing a trunk?
We're not doing
Not
trunk
doing
because I
trunk.
work a different job
Yeah.
afterwards, but we will be there 1 to 4. If someone wants to do their own trunk for trunk or treat, they are more than welcome to. You just have to register with the park department. And we'll be doing temporary tattoos. So I just ordered some like little candy corn tattoos and some little
that's
sponges so we can do that.
Little sponges?
Yeah, little sponges. So that way you can put them in water to like do the tattoo. And I got a lot just in case. And I
They're actually,
don't want to like mix sponges, so there's a lot. I got like 100 sponges.
they're actually a lot better because when you do the face painting, you have to sit still for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And when you have 4
This
kids,
is quicker.
that, it's not only hurting cats, it's, no.
Yeah, it is.
So that is quick on, 30 seconds, and then they're out of there, and then the wash is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School.
And it's cheap for us to
Yes.
buy. So that's what I was looking for.
So if you could please let Shannon and I know if you're available on the 25th. We do want to have some members of the commission available there that day. That would be great. And we're going to continue doing that, throughout the year. Try to get out the swag bags, promote that.
We are actually out of swag bags officially.
Really?
Yeah. Celebrate Plainfield Day was.
That's great.
I expect to see people walking around.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
bring
I'm
them.
like, oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I still have probably half a dozen in my car that I always
I
kept
still have
handing
the
you.
mold if you ever want more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that kind of brings us to marketing, is
Yeah.
we're completely out of marketing supplies.
Uh-oh, we need something.
So we have I think maybe a couple pens left, a few notepads, but other than that, we have nothing. So that means we could place an order for it, for whatever we want. I would say the pens and notepads are definitely a hit.
And
So
those
I
are
think
cool.
staying on those,
The notepads.
everything's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was left over
See, now
from
we get
Mary
some on
Ann, so,
eBay. I've got a couple at home.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so we've been able to get rid of them.
Yeah.
They're used at, the job fairs that they used to do.
That's right.
But people love them at events,
Yeah.
so if
The
anyone
other
is
question is,
interested.
how, in the previous years, how fast did they run it out? So we now know it's 3.5 months before the end of the year. This year it ran out. What about previously? Or is this the first year?
This is the first year we've ever handed them out, I think, so they've just been hidden in the closet for a few years.
These
And
are-
how many do we
yeah.
suspect we pushed out?
Honestly, I have no idea.
How many bags?
Yeah.
I think it's 150.
You have the mold. Actually, you have the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You have the, but I don't know if she's still doing it.
Do you have any quotes or roundabout numbers as far as like how much is 200 pens, you know, that kind of thing?
No, but we have, we would just pull it out of my marketing budget. So we probably have about like 1,500 to spend if we wanted to, on different stuff to last us.
Are you willing to satisfy this year and next year, or just this year?
Probably both.
Yeah, so if we did 150, that basically means 2025 needs 200, period. Then if you're going to do 26, that'd be easily 400. And if you're going to do more promotion with the opening of this at 400 to 500 would not be unreasonable. And they don't go bad. So if you don't use them, they can just filter into the next year.
Yeah, and then we could do smaller swag items in place of the bags to get more, because the bags are expensive compared to a pen.
Yeah, they were
10 cents.
costly.
Yeah. So,
That would be cute.
yeah, so if anyone has any ideas, just shoot me an email, if you see something online, you're like, oh, this would be cool for us to get, send it my way, or if you're at another event that you see like stress balls, people also love
Oh,
stress
yeah,
balls.
those big girl.
But yeah, I bought some ones
Yeah.
for the Be Happy Be Well festival, and those went very quickly.
Do you have the information for the vendor that we use for the pens and the notepads that we use?
We have nothing, because it was years ago.
All right.
Wow. Yeah,
Those, yeah, those are,
yeah, they're very old.
well, not too.
Not too old,
20,
but for pens, I mean,
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than.
Yeah, basically. So probably like 7 years they've had that stuff.
Okay, yeah,
Well, good
right,
for you,
that's
for keeping
true.
it in a closet.
Yeah.
So do we want to plan for maybe the next meeting to have a little bit more information? as far
Yeah.
as Specifics, because it's
Yeah,
kind of
people-
hard to figure it out. We don't really have any, details.
Yeah, people next meeting want to come up with some
Yeah.
ideas that they have,
I
and
think that's
then
good.
we can go from there.
Were these pre-printed or did you print it? The imprint?
We had.
It's a company, Cranking Out Tees.
Yeah, Cranking Out
She
Tees,
created, actually, I did the design, and then she put them on. I said, I want, instead of plastic or some of those bags that, I want something nice,
Yeah.
fabric. So we splurged. It was a splurge, wasn't it?
What is the budget you have again?
It's like 1,500.
1,500 for 2 years.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of marketing, I know at the Celebrate Plainfield Day, we had a gentleman who was going around doing some photography, some recording. So can you mention that again, as far as what we're doing for
Yes.
promotional marketing?
So the reason that, so my department has a marketing budget. We've done the Explore Plainfield brochures in 2023 and 2024. This year we want to change it up and do digital marketing, because the town doesn't really have any offerings of videos or high quality photos of anything on our website, Facebook, nothing. So that's something I really want to work on. It's the Boost Tourism, so they're going to different businesses and events in town to record. So he was at Stone Productions, is the company we hired, and he's at Celebrate Plainfield Day, so he's recording the cauldron dancers, he did drone footage, footage, PDF and B-roll of all the different tents. And then I have them all stored in a Google Drive right now, and as these events come up, we'll give them, like, so PBA will get that video, and then they can use that in their marketing. We have complete video for Gus's Pub, so they can use that in all their marketing. What else is done? Oh, Baker's Dozen has one too. And then they're gonna do a little outfitters consignment, to get in. They already have footage of Lions Park. The Sugar Brook Trail. They'll be at the tree lighting. We're gonna have them take a video of, like, the Historical Society, and doing different, just talking about the history of town that we can just have.
Yeah, probably up at the history room.
Yeah.
Show a little bit maybe.
Yeah, and then hopefully when Ruth's up and ready to go again, we can have her record some footage. I'd love to have her on recording, and
Yeah.
that way they can hold that video. So it's about kind of having the town to advertise to different people who may be out of town, who've never been to this town, because obviously they'll just drive past, so we want them to actually stay. So that's what we'll be doing.
I have a number of videos on special events with Ruth speaking.
Yeah,
Yes, she's very good.
exactly.
I think that's great that we're improving the marketing, we really need to, especially with videos, social media presence, and just ways to try to drive some more tourism in the town, so that's good. And just kind of other thing in general in marketing is we are still trying to, like, increase awareness of what we do. I still educate people a lot of times as far as, well, what is the EDC and what kind of is our purpose and that kind of thing. So I ask the members, to continue doing that the same. When you go into local business, see if you can speak to somebody and be like, hey, how's business going? And is there anything that, you could see getting more support from the town from? Is there anything we could do? And then you introduce yourself as a member of the Economic Development Commission. I've had some great chats with some just regular places that I go in town. But it's not just me or June, or Travis, like, it's all of us. We all kind of have that role for where we go and bring our business, in town, and basically let them know that, yeah, we're here, yeah, they're always welcome, everyone's welcome to come to our meetings, but we also want to see is there anything else besides what we're already doing that we can do to try to support these local businesses and keep them in town.
There's a restaurant in town that doesn't have to-go menus. You have to either find the menu online or go there and read.
Which one is that?
La Cantina.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to talk to him because he's missing out on a huge part of his market.
Yeah.
He's not.
Like, it's not online?
It's an old menu
Yeah,
online. First of all, it's very old online, and then he has nothing to hand out, and it's been like that for a few years. So I tend to not order or go there too much because I don't know what's on the menu. You need a menu.
Yeah.
They're not gonna give you a QR code? Is that what they're doing?
No, I don't know. They just have the. Are they doing QR?
They are, a lot of businesses are doing, just
I don't know if
QR
they are.
code, like,
Well,
like
they didn't tell me that. But some of us like to have paper menus.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
a
I have a
buying
stack of paper.
thing, It is. It's good
They also don't
advertising.
post their daily specials like
Right.
online. You would
Right.
think that the local
Yeah.
restaurants,
Right.
they all promote more,
Mhm.
especially going into like the winter months.
Yeah.
Like soups and stews and stuff,
Right.
what's available hot for their customers.
Right. No, it's true. Some restaurants use their daily posts, daily specials more than others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is a good tool for advertising.
Yeah.
See, La Cantina and a lot of those use either toast, slice, something along those lines, and paper menus cause the biggest headache. Because if you can't get something and somebody's got a paper menu and they go to order online, then the thing, so, yeah, I actually do install a lot of those toast point of sale systems, and one of them is paper is really just used internally. Yeah, toast point of sale is very, very common.
What is it?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just a branding.
Oh,
It's a branding. Just,
So
you gotta be a
we have to
restaurant.
up our game on the. I
Like,
gotta.
if you wanna order online, you'll see the
Right.
toast icon.
Yeah, there's toast, slice, slice is one I know.
Yeah.
Slice is the one that we use.
Yeah. So it goes both ways. I mean, you want to be sort of accommodating to other customers too, because other customers you just want to pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Just simply place an order. But some will actually be told, well, you need to go to the slice, and actually sit there, and they're just like, what's a slice?
Yeah, this is
They don't really know where to
something
start
new.
there, and so
Yeah.
some people do need some education when it comes to that. But I do like the idea of, yeah, we should still have, copies of hard
It's
copies.
just a thought I had to, but they're afraid to say, oh no, we use toast.
Yeah, and actually I went to Riverview, and I don't know if it was because they were in between printing, but I asked, I got an order from Riverview, and they're like, we don't have any right now, but we should at some point. So
It
I'm
used
like,
to
okay.
be the way to do it. I mean, I had, the thing in the side door in the truck, and it was just loaded with menus.
Oh.
And now they're so rare, I shouldn't have gotten rid of them. I threw some of them out.
Yeah. I also heard there was one of our businesses, they ordered like, I don't know, like 1,000 of the trifold ones, and then as it turns out, the pricing wasn't updated like it was supposed to.
Oh,
So
that's
they were
bad.
having the task of like waitresses when they had downtime or needed to like do it by hand, because they weren't gonna truck all those out and then go.
No,
order
they just had to cross off.
Yeah, so, I've heard, it is a cost sometimes,
Yeah.
cost thing.
I know, it's hard. We got a lot to think about. And
Yeah.
buy. But marketing.
All right, moving on to next item, correspondence. I have 2 letters here, which I'll let the members take a look at. One was from back in August, August 6, 2025. It was in regards to proposed 4.0 megawatt AC ground-mounted solar photovoltaic facility to be located at 0 Exley Road in Plainfield. So, as an EDC commission, we, along with the town clerk, board of selectmen, planning and zoning, conservation commission, historical society, and adjoining property owners, we typically get these notices just to give us the FYI if we didn't already know. What it was also saying is that in connection to this proposal, the Plainfield Solar One would be filing a petition for declaring ruling with the Connecticut Siting Council on or after August 8th. So again, this is already in the past of what had happened, but I'm just letting the commission know that we have gotten this letter. Of course, we also know that we're still paying attention to the Siting Council regarding to the trash plant, but as far as I know, there's no new developments with that.
Yeah,
Isn't there a hearing or something?
I haven't heard anything.
I have not heard the details, but the idea is that once those details are, like the when, the where, and all that, we do want all the members to know, because I know me personally, I talked to a lot of residents, and a lot of them, that's one of their first questions is, what's going on with this trash plant? I want to know. And I'm like, you want to know just as much as me. I'm waiting to hear, for the details. Unfortunately, dealing with any council at the state level, it's a long, dragged out process. So it's not something that's getting done prompt. So that was one letter, which members can take a look at. The other was in regards to historic building notification at 191 Green Hollow Road, Worcester, Connecticut. In accordance with our ordinance number 96 of the Town of Plainfield ordinance concerning the adoption of a demolition code for historic structures, we are hereby notified that an application for demolition has been applied for by Francis Stramiska of Canterbury to completely remove a single-family home at 191 Green Hollow Road. If you would like to comment on this procedure, you can send comments to the Town of Plainfield, and that's within 25 days of the date of the letter, which was September 2nd. So we also get that notice. So with that. So we will keep the members updated, when Shannon knows anything as far as the trash plant, development updates, we'll let the members know, and any other correspondence that we get. Anything else that I might have missed, Shannon?
The only thing we have was just the Costco public hearing, the informational meeting
Yeah.
on Wednesday. I did not attend, but.
I believe June and I weren't allowed to.
We weren't allowed.
Yeah. Because June is on planning and zoning, I'm on inland wetlands, so for land use commission.
I was going to ask about that too.
Not
You
allowed.
couldn't record it.
That happened Wednesday?
Yeah, that was at
Eliminated.
Wednesday
Yes.
at the Plainfield High School. The gist from what I've gotten is there's a lot of people against it due to the concern of truck traffic. Just because of
Right in the
Amazon
woods.
line and all of that, so that seems to be the general consensus of it. I don't know what their next steps will be afterwards, but
Voted on by.
Oh, it hasn't come to
No.
our.
no,
It's
it
just
hasn't.
exploring.
It's early stage, so it's partly in Canterbury, partly in Plainfield. They're working with NECOG to do a split tax kind of on it. So because most of the building will be in Canterbury, so if they did normal tax rules, Plainfield would get nothing. So they're trying to decide on a 50-50 split.
And I will note, some people have commented and said that in regards to that was a courtesy of the company that's looking to do it, meaning that the town had no control over that informational meeting. Because I did have somebody who said to me, it's like, well, why the heck would you schedule at the same time as another town meeting? It's like, we did. You know, our town, like Board of Finance meeting is already on the calendar scheduled, and so this just happened to fall around at the same time. So people, if they wanted to do both, they had to make choices, as far as which one to go to.
I believe it'll be off Tarbox Road, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
Tarbox Road, so the trucks would come in and out of Plainfield. That's why they needed it, partly in Plainfield, because there's no access on the Canterbury side.
So understandably, there are residents off the Tarbox area that are concerned. Not just with that area, but I mean, with, the U-line, that will soon to come, and with Amazon, it's a lot of development simultaneously, and it's almost like timing-wise, it seems like some of it could happen, literally opening and starting to increase traffic at the same time, and that's concerning to residents, not just affecting their personal living area, but the wear and tear on our own roads, and what is going to be done, as far as
1.1 million square foot?
the U-line.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think Costco.
Oh, the Costco one? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was the
Yeah,
Costco
and
one.
U-line's 1.25, so just to
Okay.
give you a kind of comparison to that one.
It's just, I don't think the trucks are coming off Tarbox though.
They're not.
gonna come into Route 12.
Okay, yeah.
Where the
Route 12.
handcraft building is,
Mhm.
that's gonna come down, and that's where the entrance
Yeah, so
entrance
it'll
will
still be on Plainfield Road.
Yeah, I think it's just because of, the route that people are used to traveling. They're
Yeah.
probably, they're seeing depending on the time of day and
be.
when.
Warehouses have to come onto a state road,
Mhm.
so.
And distribution center, not a store.
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of people don't.
A lot of people thought it
realize
would be a
that.
store,
Yeah.
but
I think
it's
they
not.
Maybe
Unfortunately.
they'll put a store closer by.
That would be
Well,
nice.
Negotiate that?
I know.
You know, like
Yeah.
maybe.
That would be nice.
They begged East Line for many years, many of the voters, the constituents,
Yeah.
they begged, they finally got a store, retail, Costco.
Yeah.
But I was watching their meetings and they were constantly, people were, I want a Costco, my wife wants a Costco. And they did, they got it.
I can say I've never stepped foot into Costco.
Yeah, I know, because,
They're known as a really good company for their employees. I think it's employee owned. They do profit sharing. It's not so much just a big company providing jobs. I look at them. That's why I have a BJ's membership, and if there's a Costco, I'm giving that up.
Yeah.
Because one, they are slightly cheaper, like a few percentage points, but the fact that they take care of the people so well with generous benefit,
do you
profit sharing.
notice a difference in the people that work there?
Yeah, they're happy.
Yeah. Well, that's good. They feel it's worth their.
Well, it's similar to like Market Basket. They're very
They
good.
are.
And that's the thing is that when they have good profit sharing, the company actually takes their concerns. They have good benefits. They're reasonable. Hey, I vote with my wallet, and if they're going to treat their people right, I will not renew, and I will go in that direction.
I've also heard similar feedback to you, Len, as far as their pay packages,
But they're not opening a store here. So.
No. The company in general.
Yeah.
They have a very low turnover rate.
Right.
Yeah.
And for the Costco distribution, it'll be 150 employees, I think, right when they open, and then after 5 years, they'll be up to 250. So we'll keep you guys up to date with any other meetings pop up on the schedule.
Do you remember what the Amazon number was when they opened?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
They're not even doing any hiring yet for Amazon, are they?
No, not
They're
They're
gonna-
a third party.
And they're gonna
Oh,
start
that's good.
internal, so they've been offering the Johnson or Island people, and if they live close to Plainfield, they're getting first offers to move to this branch.
Understandable.
Yeah, so at least they are in the talks, and our last talk with them is they wanna be open very quickly before any holiday shopping begins.
They're already pre-trained by their facility, so
Yeah.
that makes very good sense.
You can order in the morning and it's whatever
Yeah.
you do. It's the door
I'll
all
drive there and
day.
get myself.
Yeah.
I'll drive there and get myself.
Yeah, no, that's what it feels like, we had and I have a new mat with a Halloween with a black cat. So what a nice picture they took of that with a package next to it, and I thought, how did that happen? I just bought that. It's like,
A lot of them are doing one-hour delivery. I was in Worcester, and I
Yeah.
was getting supplies to the office. I had to get up office. I'm like, yeah, have it delivered, pick it Friday. No, we can have it, it was 3, they showed up at 4:15.
Wow.
So they're there. So, yeah, I mean, if the warehouse is there, and they
They
bought a
have it.
robot company 20 years ago that automates this, yeah, I mean, quick profit, and it's not like they carry everything, they carry in the area of the most purchased items,
Right.
so it's quick turn and burn, and you're not gonna get everything, but things that
Oh, yeah.
commonly
Games
bought.
and things like that for
Yeah.
your office supplies.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And I don't know if I told the commission, but their delivery schedule, they will not leave until after like your typical morning rush. So it's like around 9, 10-ish, that's when all the trucks would leave. And, yeah, and they'd be coming back at 8 p.m. And then they're gonna they watch traffic patterns in that area to determine what the best time to come and go is.
That's good.
Yes, that was what she
That's
said at our last meeting.
If you're around in Basra in the morning, and you'll see all the UPS trucks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a,
It is.
it's coming.
Can they get that squared away with a train in town? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I know.
They'll find out about the train.
Yeah, I'll find out.
But they don't have.
When you're in a rush, that's when guys will be going by.
All the time.
Do we have a job fair coming up?
We don't have anything scheduled, and then Amazon handles it all themselves, so they didn't want one.
Yeah, not so much specifically for them,
Yeah.
but in general, I know we've done a job fair before.
We haven't had a lot of interest, people
Yeah.
asking. The only one that has brought it up is Unify, and I tried reaching out to them for when they would prefer one,
Mhm.
and then we got no response from their HR department. But UN may be interested in doing something in the
Mhm.
future. But
Well, we see their name already, and they had a banner. and they
Yeah,
must
we
have
did
bought
have a
one
banner
from-
for them, yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
You know, they're already putting money into the community.
yeah, they've already joined the chamber, and I think they're gonna join BPA, so.
Mhm.
Mm.
Anything else? If not, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion. I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second to adjourn, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, 7:30.